Welcome to Eerie Instance, where reality blurs with nightmares. Dive into chilling tales and moments that linger. Today's chilling tale, The Forgotten Path Part 1. Brace yourself, the shadows have a story to tell.
Alex had always been curious, driven by stories untold and places untouched. It was this very drive that led them to the story of a village lost in time and fog. Local legends whispered of a place where the air was thick with mystery and where, many decades ago, the whole population had simply vanished overnight. Those who ventured near claimed that the fog which surrounded the forest was not natural, but a shield, trying to keep intruders out or perhaps something in. It was on a crisp autumn morning when Alex decided to explore the truth behind the legend. With a backpack filled with essentials, a camera, and a flashlight, they began their journey into the forest that concealed the long-forgotten village. Almost immediately, the fog enveloped Alex as if the forest itself had sensed an intruder. The trail, which was clear at the outset, slowly faded with gnarled tree roots and undergrowth trying to claim it back. Birds chirped a distant lullaby, but their voices seemed muffled, as though coming from another realm. As they walked deeper, a chilling sensation overcame Alex. It wasn't the cold or the fog, but a feeling as if they were being observed. They quickened their pace, occasionally checking behind, only to be greeted by the thick white blanket of mist. Alex tried to shake off the growing unease, attributing it to the legends and stories they had heard. Hours seemed to pass. The trees loomed larger, their branches twisting like outstretched hands, trying to grab them. Suddenly, Alex's foot brushed against something. Bending down, they discovered a faded black and white photograph, worn by time and dampness. It depicted a family, a man, a woman, 2 children, and an old grandmother. They all wore vintage clothes, and their faces, though faded, carried expressions of muted joy. The background appeared to be one of the village's houses. The woman in the photo seemed familiar. Trying to recall where they might have seen her before, Alex pocketed the photograph and moved on. The forest began to thin, revealing the outlines of dilapidated houses through the fog. A cold gust of wind seemed to welcome Alex as they entered the village. Every building appeared frozen in time, a time capsule from a forgotten era. Broken windows, doors hanging from hinges, and nature reclaiming the structures painted a picture of desolation. In the silence, a soft whisper caught Alex's ear. A woman's voice, gentle yet mournful, seemed to echo through the trees. "Turn back. Don't look." The voice faded, leaving Alex in heightened alertness. They considered retreating, but their journalistic instincts and insatiable curiosity overpowered their fear. Determined to uncover the truth, Alex moved deeper into the village, their senses sharp and their heart racing. Each step felt heavier than the last, and the fog grew even thicker. But now that they were in the village, there was a story to unravel, truths to uncover, and a mystery that had waited decades to be solved. Unbeknownst to Alex, as they ventured further in, the fog behind them started to close up, erasing their path back and sealing their fate. The forgotten path had now claimed another visitor. The village, wrapped in an asphyxiating fog, seemed to have stood still in time. The remnants of past lives were everywhere. Toys left in the middle of the street, worn-out clothes hanging from broken window frames, and doors that creaked with age and neglect. Every step Alex took echoed in the vast, silent void, interrupted only by the hushed whispers of the breeze. Or were they whispers? Drawn into the village's embrace, Alex felt an inexplicable connection to the place. The fog played tricks on the eyes, often making it seem like there were fleeting figures moving just beyond vision's reach. Alex reached the village square, its centerpiece a decrepit fountain, long devoid of water. On the ground Near the fountain lay an old leather-bound diary, its pages yellowed with age. Picking it up, they realized it was surprisingly well preserved given the surroundings. The name Elise was delicately embossed on the cover. Curiosity piqued. Alex opened it. The entries started quite ordinarily, tales of daily village life, children playing, festivals, and the occasional spat between neighbors. But as the dates progressed, the tone shifted. The diary spoke of an increasing unease, of shadows in the corners of rooms, of whispers from the woods, and of a growing fear among the villagers. August 15th. The voices have become more insistent. They seem to emanate from the old well in the center of the village. Some say it's the wind, others believe it's the spirits of our ancestors. But I fear something darker is at play. September 2 end. The nights are the worst. The whispers grow louder. Some have even claimed to have seen figures near the well. I tried approaching it today, but the dread was too overpowering. September 23. Paranoia grips the village. Friends are looking at each other with suspicion. The council has decided to cover the well, hoping to silence the voices. But I believe it's too late. Reading Elise's fearful account, Alex felt a shiver run down their spine. They needed to find this well. The journalist in them sensed a story, a deep and dark tale that needed to be unearthed. But even as the thought formed, the whispering grew louder, more distinct, surrounding Alex. They tried to shake off the feeling, attributing it to their overactive imagination fueled by the diary's content. As Alex continued to explore, they stumbled upon a small chapel, its once white walls now grayed with time. Inside, shattered, stained glass windows depicted scenes of sorrow, and on an old wooden altar lay a single fresh rose. Its vivid red color seemed out of place in this forgotten realm. The air grew colder and the whispers more pronounced. They seemed to be beckoning, urging Alex to move closer to the heart of the village, closer to the mysteries that lay in the depths of the well. Alex clutched the diary tightly, determination setting in. They needed answers. They needed to understand the fate of the villagers, and most of all, Elise's role in this haunting narrative. But the village, with its lingering echoes of the past, wasn't ready to give up its secrets so easily. The mist seemed to grow denser, obscuring paths and making the houses seem to shift places. Alex felt disoriented, but pressed on, drawn by the allure of the unknown. In the distance, a faint, eerie lullaby floated on the wind, its melancholic notes tugging at Alex's heart. The song seemed familiar, a distant memory from another lifetime. It was a call they couldn't resist, leading them further into the heart of the village's darkness. The well awaited.
Did the shadows grip your soul? If you dared to enjoy, hit that like button. For a deeper descent into the abyss, subscribe and stay tuned for part 2 of The Forgotten Path. Until then, let the darkness guide you